Hey guys, I just had some thoughts about some things and I'm going to share them with you. Um, I just was on a walk and it was really good. Um, and sometimes during walks, I live on a really busy street. Um, Busy street meaning like lots of families, lots of kids, usually, and like during quarantine, everybody's just outside because what else is there to do? And I'm walking on this walk. Kate's at the house with Frank. Julie is riding bikes with a neighbor. Yes, social distancing. I know. Ugh, sorry. Anyway, so I'm on this walk by myself. Okay, and I'm walking down the street for a really long time, and I need you to know that not one person was out. Not one person was out for me to talk to, or anything. And so I thought to myself, well, isn't that odd? And then I thought to myself, after, isn't that odd? My next thought went to, well, isn't that Jesus? Won't he do it? Because um, he put some thoughts in my head while I was walking, and I want to share them based on my experience of what is happening. Hello. There's nothing better than doing a video like this when people can watch you. It does something for your self-esteem. Anyhow, um, so this is just incredibly weird and incredibly hard, and we're all in different stages of our lives. Like, some of us don't have children, and some of us are still working full time, and some of us do have tiny babies, and then we have the middles babies, and then young kids, and then old kids, and then literally all across the board, right? First thing I want to say about that is that wherever you are and whatever stage you're in, this is hard, and that's okay. You have permission to say that this is hard. That doesn't mean that it negates the blessings that you have. That doesn't mean that you're ungrateful for health and for right. It doesn't mean that you're ungrateful for health and your job and your kids. It doesn't mean that you don't love them. It's okay for you to say that this is really hard. So, I'm giving you permission to say that. A. And yesterday was super hard for me. Just, to get real, because that's what we do on YouTube, right? Yesterday was just really hard for me with Julie, because during this entire thing since spring break, Julie is my 7-year-old. Every day, at least once a day, every single day, either her or I have cried at least once. But seriously, we have. It's either been her or me or a collection of the both, because it's just really hard. And yesterday was just really hard. And during my walk, the Lord brought back to my mind Peter. And in Matthew, when Peter is walking on water to Jesus, right? And Jesus shows up and he's like, Peter's like, hey dude, if it's really you, I want to walk on water too. And Jesus is like, yeah, come on, it's me, like, let's go. And so Peter starts walking on water, right? And he starts walking and he's doing legit. He's staying up, he's walking on water because his eyes are locked on Jesus, right? And then, oh, bees, here we go. Okay, so his eyes are locked on Jesus and he's walking on water, and then all of a sudden he sees the waves and he sees the storm and he sees the wind and he sees all of his surrounding, and he starts to sink, right? And he has little faith in that moment, and you have heard probably in your life, oh ye of little faith, right? And I think that yesterday, I'm a pretty faithful person. Like, I have a lot of faith in Jesus. A lot of the days feel like I'm walking on water with Jesus. My eyes are locked on him, and I have faith and hope in all of the things. And yesterday, I feel like I felt like the homie of little faith yesterday, um, in the fact that I just couldn't do it, and I just couldn't do it, and E of little faith, and I was thinking like something fierce yesterday, like a big old fat rock, um, in the storm and the sea and all the things, and that's okay. It's okay. That's okay. And if you are sinking today, it's okay. And if you have little faith today, I need you to know that I am praying for you, ye of little faith, today. Um, that if you're sinking really fast, I'm praying for you. And it's not where it's over. That's not where the story ends. So Peter starts sinking, right? And instead of like thinking, he's talking to Jesus. And so instead of thinking of like this big important thing to say to Jesus to help him and to like, think of the right words and all of that stuff, and for him to curate the perfect plea for help or reaching out to someone or whatever, um, instead of creating all of those words, he literally just said, "Save me, Jesus." Like, that's it. Just super simple. Save me, Jesus. And yesterday I found myself saying, "Save me, Jesus." And and you know what is so funny is that he did. Who's surprised? Not me, but also me. You know what I mean? Anyway, um, so if you feel like you are sinking, and if you feel like you don't have faith today, I need you to know that I am praying for you. Um, and it doesn't have to be pretty. You just need to ask, "Save me, Jesus," and He will be there, and He is with you already. Um, Sometimes it just takes us a minute to stop and say, "Save me, Jesus." So, um, I'm praying for you, sweet Peters of the world that don't have the faith today. And I pray that you are encouraged and that your faith is bolstered. Um, and know that I am right with you, absolutely right with you. You're doing a great job. You look great today.